Hey everybody, this is Cromar with TGN, and I'm here today to bring you another Rift Beta 5 video. This is Rifts, yes, Rifts, a video about Rifts in Rift. Anyway, though, this is closing a Rift. Basically what happens is you get a notification. Sometimes it's like a zone-wide that everybody sees. Sometimes it's just a swirly thing on your map. And you can see in the mini-map in the top right, you can actually see the little swirly fire thing that tells you that there's there's something going on here. And when you show up here, this is a rift. What this means is that there's monsters invading from the plane of fire, and blah 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 blah. So they go through stages, and each stage gradually adds more and more monsters. You end up getting some elites. It gets pretty nasty, and then you kill like a boss type, and after that it closes the rift. Now I'm playing on my rogue, Rift Stalker, Bard, Blade Dancer, and I'm playing as a tank, so my goal here is to pick up as many of these little guys as possible and just hold on to them, and hopefully I'll get healed, although I think right now there's no healers available. There's a Necromancer and another rogue, or a warrior actually. What's he, a Paragon it looks like, dual wielding? Yeah. So this is going pretty well so far. This is not a particularly high level rift. I think it's level 12 rift, and I'm level 13, so I've got a little bit of an advantage. Not a whole lot, though. Like, on here, let's get some... loot some of this stuff. Now, you notice I'm in a party. You can see from the frames on the left side. When the rift opens, you get an option called Join Public Group. Or, yeah, I think it says Join Public Group, and it basically just groups you up with everybody in the area who also click that option. So you get an automatic raid without having to spam for invites or any of that crap, which is cool. I really like that feature. Now there's a little thing on the right side of the screen, right above my quest helper, quest guides, and you see there's a meter going up and down, and there's a thing ticking down, and there's since it's number 4, that is like a tracker. It's a UI element that tracks the status of the rift. That number 4 means that it's stage 4. I believe it's 5 stages. And while I was standing there talking, someone kept asking me my specs, so I told them anyway. So the time's ticking down. If you fail to destroy the rift, it collapses. I'm not 100% clear on what happens there, but I think that it helps the enemy establish a foothold, which is bad. Or maybe you just miss out on the bonuses. I'm not sure. I'm not completely sure how that works because the server has only been stable enough for rifts pretty much today. Yesterday I spent quite some time trying to do invasions and footholds, and it was just a complete mess, but things seem to be really stable today, so that's good. Anyway, that little bar you see that's filling up is contribution points. It's how much contribution you make to the battle based on your damage, tanking, healing, all that stuff matters. And because there's very few people here for this rift, I'm able to get a lot of contribution points. It's oh, I almost died. Oh, potion. That's a Gedlo Heater is an elite there. And I'm just trying to tank, the elite while these other guys deal with the non-elites. Good strategy. So we could have had the Skeletal Servant tank the elite. That probably would have worked just as well. A couple more people have joined. We now have, what, 6 people it looks like? It's hard to tell because I could really need to adjust my UI a bit because it's pretty sloppy. There we go. Rift sealed. We defeated it. Now, if you look at the Rift UI on the right side, it shows a glowing purse. That means that that's how you get your rewards. You click on the icon, and you basically loot it. What I got here is just a random green, some Planerite, which is a special currency, and a plane shard, which is used for a quest to get more souls. But I'll go into that more detail in a future video. Mischievous Flame is just a really cool item, a consumable you can use with a very interesting effect. Basically, it's pretty much used for tanking, probably also PvP. If you're getting hit a lot, you deal a lot of damage back. But anyway, so here's a real quick one. This is a Defiant Rift, which means the opposite faction, NPCs specifically, are attacking. And there's a bunch of non-elites here. Now, I've actually had a whole invasion of just non-elites. I'm not sure how it's decided when you get elites or non. But obviously, I guess maybe it's just like an easy one versus a hard one, I guess. But I had one that was all non-elites. I actually cleared it completely by myself. This obviously is very easy with a group because they're non-elites and all. So you can just tear right through them. The Karis or whatever is the boss of the group, so he's got more hit points than usual, but still with 4 people he dies effortlessly. Plus I wasn't sure, but I may have got a heal in there somewhere. But anyway, so we cleared that out pretty easily. So here's another Defiant all elites. invasion, and this is a lot more difficult. These bombardiers are freaking nasty. They do a lot of damage, and I'm like, oh, they don't die very easy. I just aggroed everything. So yeah, I pretty much got insta-gib there. When it says current soul vitality, that's like it's kind of like the equivalent of durability. Since your armor doesn't actually have durability, instead you lose soul durability, whatever it's called, when you die and res up. And if you spirit res, if you res at the graveyard, you get a further penalty to your durability, and then you also get a minus stats debuff. So I actually managed to catch this bombardier by herself. I'm thinking, oh, I'll get rid of this. I can take this thing. But look how much my health's dropping. It's crazy. So the combination of skills I'm using Rift Guard, which is a finisher that gives me an absorb shield. And I'm also using Guarded Steel, which gives me extra armor. There's two different finishers. For my primary attack, I'm using Planar Strike, which is the Rift Stalker ability that generates threat. And it does damage. And then after I have my buff up for my, well, it doesn't matter now because I'm dead. Yeah, I died again. It's down to 25%. Thought I died right by the graveyard, so I can just res right back up again. Yeah, you can tank her this time, buddy. Plus, I got some help. There's apparently an NPC helping with the damage now. And some more people coming by. It would have been nice, you know, a minute ago. But anyway. Fortunately, there's a healer right here, if you see in brackets. Healers will mend your soul for a fee. Isn't how it always is. And your soul vitality, or whatever it's called, is refreshed. So I managed to catch up to another group fighting another invasion, or part of the same invasion, I think. It just got separated, and here's the commander. Now keep in mind that these invasions, these rifts, are they're completely random. They're dynamic, so you don't know when or where it's going to happen. You're out questing, and it'll just happen. And everybody will band together, hopefully, and join up the public group and actually kill everything. And as the game matures, of course, people will get more and more familiar with it. Things get more organized. People will identify tanks and healers properly, and it'll be a little bit easier to handle these elites. So here's one last rift for you, another fire rift. I don't, you know, you've already seen a couple whole rifts, so I won't show you the whole thing, but I just want to show you my rewards here, because I got high contribution points, and I guess there must have been something high level there, because I got this blue thing, which is another currency like Planarite to buy items with. I don't really know what it's for, but I will find out someday. Okay, that's it for today. We just looked at a bunch of rifts, how to seal rifts, and so on and so forth. Thanks for watching.